Are we rolling? Yes, we are. What's up, guys? It's your boy McKinley Crain here, and today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free movie review of the 2020 film Swallow. So, this is like a psychological horror movie that stars Elizabeth Marvel as Hunter. Who is like a newlywed woman who like just randomly decides to start swallowing, just like, swallowing stuff that she shouldn't be swallowing, like just swallowing random objects like marbles and safety pins and stuff like that. And yeah, so the whole movie is basically like her trying to the whole movie is just basically like showing you like what happens like when she does all this and swallows all this stuff, and like how everything works out. And let me just say that Hunter is one of the dumbest main characters in a movie. Like okay, Hunter is one of the dumbest movie main characters like ever. Like, pretty much like every decision she makes in this movie is a dumb one. It's a bad one. It's a horrible one. It's like a retarded one. Pretty much every decision Hunter makes in this movie is like a dumb decision. Like, and you might say like, well, if it's like a really bad decision and it like you might say, okay, let me rephrase that. You might say, well, if it's like a really dumb decision, then why is it even worth watching? Well, it's worth watching. This movie is worth watching to see just the very fact that every decision she makes in this movie is dumb, like, makes it entertaining. Makes it like, entertaining, like, it makes it like entertaining to like watch her make like really bad decisions. And yeah, it was an entertaining movie. And let me just say, I was rooting against the main character because she is that dumb. Like, legit, everything she does is dumb. And legit, okay, I keep saying legit too much. Okay, she is literally the villain of the movie. Hunter is literally like the movie's villain. She's like the main character and she's the villain. You could say this movie doesn't have a villain. Well, I'm going to tell you something. It does. It's Hunter. Because Hunter causes all of her own problems and literally only makes it worse for herself. Like, she is her own villain. Like, she is the villain of the movie. Like, you might try to argue with me on that, but it's obvious. She is the villain of this movie. Anyway, the reason why I enjoyed this movie is like, it wasn't like, a happy movie or anything. It was actually a very intense and sometimes unsettling movie. Well, and many times unsettling movie, but it's unsettling in like a good way, like purposely unsettling. Like you're supposed to like watch what she does and just be like, oh no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. What are you doing? No, don't do that. And that's what makes it entertaining. And the ending is very, very, very dark, and it's very unsettling. Just like pretty much the rest of the movie. The beginning is not dark at all, and it's not like, unsettling at all. But like, once it gets about like, I don't even know, 15 minutes into the movie, like you're just like, woo! Oh my gosh, oh, that looks like it would hurt so much. Or like, oh my gosh, don't do that. Like, no, don't do that, don't do that. Anyway, and it's like purposely unsettling. So like, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. Like, you know, the dumb decisions she makes are like entertaining to see. Like, you know, it's like it's entertaining to see like how dumb the main character is. Anyway, this movie has some really smart dialogue and some really great acting, some really great editing too. Um, Everything about this, so like, this is a great movie, but it's not a perfect movie. It is a great movie, but it's not a perfect movie. Anyway, I'm going to give it an 86% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A-. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.